Ugh, I've been stuck in traffic for over an hour. It's Friday and everyone's ready to get home for the weekend. But to make matters even worse, it's raining. I guess I've got nothing else to do but wait. I suppose I'll just check what's on the radio. And when did you realize that he took the protection off? Oh, well, maybe this traffic jam won't be that boring after all. As I sat and listened to the story more, the radio host asked the caller again, "So, once you knew that he didn't use protection, did you tell him that you were positive?" The other end responded while breaking down into tears. No. I couldn't. I didn't want to lose him. The radio host went on to say, "You know, if you had told him, he could have gotten an emergency prevention drug within 72 hours. So he might have had a chance of not getting from you at all. If you love him that much, then you have to tell him." The girl started sobbing harder on the line. He means everything to me. Okay. But is there even a medicine out there like that? Oof. Listening to her story caused me to have flashbacks to 3 years ago, when I was young and naive. Back then, I believed men were only really good for one thing, and that thing was pleasure and exploration. You see, women like me ate men for breakfast. I didn't care about being seen as easy, because I loved exploring my limits. I would indulge in one-night stands nearly every night of the week. I trusted myself, and I knew that I would be safe. And I always made sure my partner followed my conditions, which were to explore alternative forms of pleasure, but always, always wear protection. Except for Jared. I started seeing Jared casually at first. At first, we would see each other once a month. But then I started going to his condo every weekend. It would always be the same thing. As soon as I walked into the room, bam, we went straight for it. He was one of those guys who knew exactly what I liked. And he took me to places I had never experienced before. Plus, I trusted him completely. Until I saw the protection on the floor. What? Why does this not even look used? I jumped out of bed immediately. Jared, why is this here? Did you forget to put it in the bin, or? He looked at me unconcerned and said, "Oh yeah, I couldn't get it up with it, so I took it off. Are you scared or something? It's not a big deal, we sleep together all the time anyway." I quickly grabbed my dress and tried to keep my cool. What were you thinking? It's not a big deal? I don't want to catch anything. Oh, come on, Jess. It's not that bad. Plus, I'm clean. I just got checked like a month ago. How could you be so careless? Aren't you afraid? What if you get something from me? I stood there stunned, and Jared just laughed at me. He was literally laughing at me. I was so angry. I thought I knew this person, but he didn't think about me at all, and didn't even care about how I feel. I stormed out of his condo. I needed to call Eve. She would know what to do. Eve was my best friend in university, and she was the only person who knew about my secret life. She would always warn me about having casual relations, but I never listened. In the end, we had a huge falling out, and she went to study medicine in the US. It took me every ounce of my pride to find her name in my phone. Would she laugh at me? God, I hope not. Waiting for her to pick up felt like forever. My heart raced like 1,000,000 miles per hour. Oh, what if... Hello? Eve, I messed up. Please, I need your advice. Hey, slow down. What's wrong? Are you okay? God, Eve, I made a mistake. I know you always told me to be careful, and I usually am, but he didn't tell me. Eve went silent for a while before saying, "Who didn't tell you? What happened?" As soon as she asked me, I couldn't help but spill everything. From meeting Jared to how he over to the point that I am now. I was shaking when I spoke to her. Okay, first of all, calm down. You don't even know if he had anything, and you slept with him plenty of times. You need to stop freaking out and think clearly. If you are worried, then go get tested. There is also an early preventive pill that you can take to stop you from catching it. It's called PEP. But what am I gonna do if I get it? Can this drug even prevent such a thing? You called me for advice after not speaking to me for months. So just listen, okay? I always post about PEP on Facebook. Well, PEP stands for post-exposure prophylaxis. It's a well-known emergency drug that can protect you from getting HIV within the first 72 hours. People who take this medicine normally have unprotected relations like you. Another major reason is if you accidentally touched a used medical instrument. You take it within 72 hours, but then you have to keep taking it continuously for a month. But before you can even take this medication, a doctor will have to test you for HIV first. And if it isn't found in your system, you can take the PEP right away. You will also have to go back after 3 months, and again 6 months to make sure. Can it really prevent HIV? I mean, it's not 100%, but the research does show that this medicine can be quite effective. Plus, it's better to be safe than sorry, right? Okay, yeah, you're right. I shouldn't be doubting you. So where can I get it? At a hospital or... Hello? Eve? Are you there? Honestly, Jess... Okay. Look, any hospital will have it, but I would recommend you go to a doctor first that you trust. Once you have the medicine, make sure you understand that there will be side effects, like diarrhea, dizziness, nausea, and even a rash. But these are all effects that will go away by itself. Okay. I will go first thing in the morning. But look, the people at risk of even catching HIV are mainly night workers, particularly male night workers, or people who have used heavy medicine, or people who sleep with a lot of different people very often. Those people should be taking PrEP, or pre-exposure prophylaxis. These drugs will help prevent and reduce any risk of HIV infections up to 90%. But they have to take it every day, morning and night. Would I have to take PrEP forever? I mean, I don't know if I'm ready to take it for the rest of my life. No, Jess, it's not forever. But you have to take it if you're going to be sleeping around. This is one of the only ways to really protect yourself. And you must also start going to the doctors and getting checked every 3 months. Another thing you should do is to make sure that your partner is wearing protection, because it is one of the easiest ways to prevent other diseases like gonorrhea, syphilis, and herpes. Honestly, Jess, I'm really worried about you. Okay, I will go. Should I also get PrEP too? Yes. If you can, I would suggest that when you go to the doctor about PEP, you should also ask about taking PrEP regularly. Honestly, Eve, I don't think I can keep doing this. Sleeping around just isn't fun for me anymore. Really? Yeah, this experience has shown me how dangerous it can be, and it's not even worth it anymore at this point. I don't want to have to keep worrying that I'm going to get infected if I don't use protection. Well, if that's your decision, then I'm happy. I don't want you to become my patient. I'm quite happy with having you just as my friend. Anyway, go see the doctor and let me know how it goes, okay? I will. Thank you, Eve. I'm so sorry for what happened. Will you come back to Thailand soon? I miss you. Actually, I'm flying home next week. So I guess that's a silver lining in all of this. Let's catch up soon, okay? This experience changed my life. After seeing the doctor, I started taking the PEP medicine. It was the worst 28 days of my life. I was constantly nauseous and vomiting all the time. But it's been 3 years now, and I'm definitely a changed person. Hey, are you at the mall? Yeah, I'm here already. Where are you? I'm almost there. I'm just stuck in traffic, but I'm literally like 5 minutes away. 5 minutes? Yeah, right. More like 20. It's fine. I'll just order something and wait for you. You know me too well. I'll be there soon. I feel like the luckiest person in the world. I was in a really risky situation, but I was able to get through it. And even more importantly, I got my best friend back. So if you guys are also into casual relations, please try to protect yourself as best as you can. I recommend always preparing for everything, especially if you can prevent any chance of an HIV infection, because it doesn't just affect you, but also your loved ones as well. And for anyone who has experienced a similar situation like me, please leave a comment below with your story, because you never know, your story just might help someone out.